Okay, and here's another one from a viewer who says, CS Murkomen, you say the president has no role in giving directives in charge of operations, but yet the president did talk about shooting protesters in the leg.
Yeah.
And giving a directive.
No, he didn't give a directive. He gave his advice. A directive must be in writing. That's the Constitution.
But a directive we've seen him make today that is not yet in writing, like you say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even those directives, he was pronouncing what it will be reduced in writing by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's another question, again, to do with the issue of operations. That the promotion of a police officer is an HR issue, and it is up to the National Police Service Commission, not the president.
Yeah.
Or the Office of the Cabinet Secretary.
Yes, but it is up to the president and the national executive to provide a budget for that. And when the president says that we are going to do that promotion, he was doing it based on the advice we gave him through Jukwaa la Usalama process after the National Police Service had gone through the required motions. So he was announcing what we had already, consultation has already been done.
Yeah, but the law goes beyond the issue of consultation, right, Waziri?
Yeah.
It says on the recommendation of the Inspector General, who will develop and keep under review all matters relating to human resources, policies of members of the service.
All those processes, we have gone through all this process. In fact, I'm sure the names will go out anytime this week.
All right, so why aren't we hearing about that promotion from the National Police Service Commission?
You will hear from them. Once the officers get their letters, you will hear.
Yeah, but why are we hearing it from the president and not the National Police Service Commission?
Because the president has the policy responsibility to pronounce what has been agreed, and it would never have been done by National Police Service.
Sorry, he has the policy responsibility to announce what has been decided by the National Police Service Commission?
Yes. He's the president of Kenya.
Which part of the law is that?
It doesn't have to be in law. The law does not deny, does not preclude him from doing it.
But has the National Police Service Commission done it?
Yes.
Per law?
The processes have been adhered to. Yeah, it is true. You are surprised.
No,
it is true.
I'm not surprised. I'm only asking that perhaps these things are seen to be done procedurally.
They have done.
Because this is a constitution that was put in place.
It will not survive the test of time if it's not done constitutionally.
Allow me to finish.
Yeah.
It would be important that this is the constitution, and the constitution was very clear, and the people of Kenya were very clear in terms of wanting separation and non-interference of the executive in the work and the role of the police.
No, the same constitution.
So when we say advice versus directive, and when we say all the processes were done and that it'll be announced, and that it is the president's role to announce policy of the National Police Service Commission, I'm struggling to see where that is.
The president has a role to announce policy directives based on government manifesto. Let me ask you, Yvonne, why would the president say that if we are elected, we will increase the salary of the police? Why? Because he has the responsibility to provide the budgetary allocation for that function to be achieved, and therefore...
He's not responsible for the budgetary allocation.
He is.
Parliament.
The executive is the owner of the budget.
Okay.
Parliament interrogates and passes the budget.
Right. So because he has the responsibility...
He has a constitutional responsibility, absolutely.
Understood.
Yeah.
But is it him who then decides on an HR matter that is clearly outlined to be the National Police Service Commission
as I've told you, the same constitution. I understand where you're going. Anyway, I can give you proceed.
I've given you a moment.
Yeah, I agree.
For the last 40 minutes.
Sorry, proceed.
It is the role of the National Police Service Commission to sit down and make these recommendations and make these decisions about which officers will be promoted, what rank, what age, all of those questions. Now, the question I'm asking is, how do we know that that has been done? Because all we have seen is a directive from the president, which seems to go contrary to the Constitution.
It is not contrary to the Constitution. There is nowhere where the Constitution precludes the president by supporting the National Police Service and providing a directive from the executive to say that the National Police Service, having requested him, because that could never have been done without National Police making a request.
So was the Salaries and Remunerations Commission, did they give their advice?
The Salary and Remuneration Commission does not advise National Police Service.
this is what it says. The National Police Service Commission Act spells out the following functions. It says, with the advice of the SRC, determine the appropriate remuneration and benefits of the service and the staff.
But you know that's not benefits. Promotion is different from salaries.
So what happens after?
Promotion is the preserve of the National Police Service.
Okay.
And the National Police Service, to do so, seeks the support of the executive for that purpose. And that support was sought. And that's why the president was granting the same in form of a directive. It's that complicated.
Let's take the next question. Here we are. From Anonymous, kindly inform Waziri, the confirmed gang he has mentioned in Nakuru has crossed the red line. Currently, young people are stabbing people as late as yesterday. Can he have an immediate intervention on the same and visit Nakuru Kivumbini, I believe?
Yeah, I totally agree. And as I said earlier, I can admit that this is a continuous challenge that we are facing. And our police officers on the ground are always alert to deal with these issues, and they have been dealing it continuously. The thing about security sector is that security is a continuous process. There is no day you can say, now we have achieved it and we will do nothing. So it requires eternal vigilance.
Let's take the next one. Maggie Washira says, nowadays we just witness Boda guys snatching phones, and it's become the order of the day. One cannot walk freely without the fear of these thieves. I feel sad for our country. I mean, it's more of a comment. But,
it is true. It is true. In the report, we have singled out Boda misuse of the Boda sector in terms of committing crimes, including gangs and so forth. And what we have proposed is to work together with the Ministry of Transport and NTSA to make sure that they are kitted. They are officially kitted, all the Boda sector operators to be in a cooperative and to be accountable. And then their number plates, they must always at every given time display their number plates so that even a crime or cars, we should be able to track it. What we want to do also for all the urban, most of the urban areas, actually we are targeting about 6 or 7 urban areas. We want to expand the IC3 program, which is the information communication, these cameras that we have been deploying across the country. We want to make sure that the cities and a few more towns are covered so that we can be able to deal with this problem.
Okay. Final question? Yeah. Philip Correa says, ask the CS the issue of
Gwitembe.
Yeah, the Gwitembe and Angata conflict. What is the way forward?
Well, I think we have made progress in terms of Angata conflict when the land issue was dealt with. The Gwitembe issue is still being handled. I had a meeting this evening with Honorable Kitayama, Honorable Robi, Honorable Joanna Ngeno, and Honorable Sunkuli.